Why do people climb the Mount Everest? Why do folks climb Everest? To many folks, of course, it makes absolutely zero sense. Yet folks still do it every year. Why? Below, we embarked on a daring expedition to find an answer. First, we explore several of the most popular explanations of why people subject themselves to this dangerous, apparently irrational, and seemingly pointless quest. Why do we do anything, really? Then we explain why we don't think those explanations really add up. The call of the heights, an intrinsic human urge to conquer. At the nucleus of the matter lies an intrinsic and timeless human desire to conquer, an urge deeply embedded in our collective psyche. This primal call to conquer has historically been the impetus behind explorers, mountaineers, and adventurers pushing the boundaries of human achievement. In the context of Mount Everest, with its soaring summit reaching a staggering 29,032 feet, 8,848 meters, into the heavens, the call of the heights resonates profoundly. It beckons those daring enough to seek a visceral confrontation with the limits of physical and mental endurance, a challenge that defines the very essence of human exploration. A symbol of triumph over adversity, conquering the unconquerable. Mount Everest, oftentimes reverently referred to as the roof of the world, stands as an imposing symbol of triumph over adversity. Beyond being a geological entity, Everest embodies a metaphorical Everest of human struggle and triumph. The concept of standing triumphantly atop the world's highest peak represents the indomitable human spirit's ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. Climbing Everest, therefore, transcends the realm of a mere physical feat. It is a psychological and emotional conquest, a transformative odyssey that turns adversity into accomplishment. The journey becomes a vessel for fostering personal triumph, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the human capacity to surmount formidable obstacles. The quest for personal fulfillment, seeking purpose in the summit. Mountaineering endeavors, particularly those directed at conquering Everest, unfold as intensely personal odysseys driven by the quest for purpose and fulfillment. The arduous ascent becomes more than a physical test. It transforms into a profound and introspective exploration. Climbers embark on this challenging pilgrimage, not only to conquer a geographical pinnacle, but to scale the metaphorical peaks of personal achievement. Reaching Everest's summit becomes a poignant metaphor for attaining individual goals, surmounting life's obstacles, and achieving a deep sense of self-realization that extends far beyond the physical act of standing atop the world. An intimate dance with nature's majesty, awe-inspiring beauty every step. The allure of Mount Everest extends far beyond the mere conquest of its peak. It lies in the breathtaking beauty and sublime majesty of the Himalayan landscape. Each step of the journey is a dance with nature, an awe-inspiring encounter with the grandeur of the world's highest mountain range. The Himalayas, with their snow-capped peaks, glaciers, and ethereal vistas, serve as a constant companion throughout the arduous climb. This intimate communion with nature, amidst the challenging physical and mental exertions, adds a profound dimension to the Everest experience. It's not merely about conquering a geographical feature. It's about becoming immersed in the natural symphony of the Himalayas, forging a deep connection with the Earth's majestic beauty that leaves an indelible mark on the soul. A spiritual odyssey, connecting with the sacred and the sublime. As climbers ascend the formidable slopes of Everest, there emerges a dimension beyond the physical and the personal, a spiritual odyssey that transcends the earthly realm. The Himalayas, steeped in cultural and spiritual significance, hold a sacred resonance for many climbers. The journey becomes not only a physical challenge but a pilgrimage, an exploration of one's inner self amidst the spiritual energy that permeates the mountainous expanse. The act of climbing Everest becomes a symbolic ascent towards higher states of consciousness, a quest for spiritual elevation mirrored in the physical ascent to the summit. The alchemy of teamwork, forging bonds in the face of adversity. Climbing Everest is seldom a solitary endeavor. It is a testament to the alchemy of teamwork in the face of daunting challenges. The collaborative spirit required to navigate treacherous terrain, unpredictable weather, and physical exhaustion fosters a unique camaraderie among climbers. The shared struggles, triumphs, and the mutual reliance on one another create bonds that extend beyond the mountain. The ascent of Everest, therefore, becomes a collective achievement, a shared conquest that binds climbers together in an unspoken understanding forged in the crucible of adversity. Eternal challenge, confronting the unpredictable forces of nature. Everest, with its towering peak cloaked in perpetual ice and surrounded by ever-shifting weather patterns, poses an eternal challenge to those who dare to climb. The unpredictable forces of nature, from sudden storms to avalanches, become formidable opponents on this perilous journey. Yet it is precisely the unpredictable nature of the challenge that magnetically draws adventurers. Confronting and navigating these elemental forces instills a profound sense of humility, reminding climbers of the raw, untamed power of nature and the fragility of human endeavors in the face of such elemental might. Legacy and immortality, carving one's name in the annals of mountaineering. The summit of Mount Everest is not merely a physical destination. It is a place where climbers etch their names into the annals of mountaineering history. The allure of leaving a legacy, of being remembered as one who conquered the world's highest peak, adds an element of immortality to the endeavor. Climbers, driven by the quest for personal achievement and a place in the hallowed halls of mountaineering lore, ascend Everest with the knowledge that their names will be forever associated with the towering heights of human ambition. Preserving the pristine, advocating for conservation and environmental stewardship. The ascent of Mount Everest also intertwines with a growing awareness of environmental conservation and responsible stewardship. As climbers traverse the slopes, witnessing the impact of climate change firsthand, a heightened sense of responsibility emerges. The melting glaciers, shifting ice formations, and the fragility of the Himalayan ecosystem become stark reminders of the urgent need to address environmental concerns. Many climbers, influenced by their intimate connection with the mountain, become advocates for preserving these pristine environments, using their experiences to raise awareness about climate change and the importance of sustainable practices. Facing the abyss, confronting personal fears and overcoming limitations. Climbing Everest is an endeavor that demands more than physical prowess. It requires individuals to confront their deepest fears and transcend personal limitations. The ascent to the summit is a journey into the abyss of one's fears, be it the fear of heights, the fear of failure, or the fear of the unknown. Climbers, in their pursuit of conquering Everest, engage in a profound act of self-discovery and personal growth, emerging from the crucible of challenges stronger, more resilient, and with a newfound understanding of their own capabilities. The allure of the forbidden, seeking the extraordinary in the face of danger. Mount Everest, with its towering peaks and challenging terrain, exudes an aura of the forbidden and the extraordinary. The inherent dangers associated with climbing the world's highest peak amplify its mystique. For some, the allure lies in challenging the boundaries of the possible, in pushing against the limits of human achievement. The adrenaline-fueled pursuit of the extraordinary, coupled with the element of danger, becomes a magnetic force that draws adventurers seeking an experience beyond the ordinary. The motivations behind climbing Mount Everest are as diverse and complex as the human spirit itself. From the intrinsic desire to conquer and the personal quest for fulfillment to the profound connection with nature and the spiritual odyssey that unfolds, each climber embarks on a transformative journey that extends far beyond the physical act of reaching the summit. Mount Everest, with its majestic peaks and formidable challenges, becomes a canvas upon which the human spirit paints a narrative of ambition, resilience, camaraderie, and the eternal quest for self-discovery. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.